Hello thinkers. Ever feel like the world's drama is just sucking the life out of you? What if I told you there's a way to rise above it all, to not just survive, but thrive, unshaken by the chaos around you? Welcome to a mindset shift that will change how you deal with life's nonsense. We're diving into 10 powerful philosophical principles that teach you how to not give a damn about the things that don't deserve your energy. These aren't just ideas, they're tools to help you stay calm, collected, and completely unfazed, no matter what life throws your way. Ready to discover how to master the art of not giving a fuck? Let's get into it. 1. The dichotomy of control. The dichotomy of control, a key concept in Stoicism, teaches that there are two categories of things, those we can control and those we cannot. We have control over our actions, thoughts, and decisions, but not over external events or other people's opinions. By focusing only on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot, we free ourselves from unnecessary worry and stress. Example, imagine you're waiting for a job interview result. You've done your best, prepared thoroughly, and presented yourself well. Instead of stressing over the outcome, which is beyond your control, you focus on the effort you put in and how you can improve in the future, regardless of the result. This mindset helps you remain calm and composed, no matter what happens. 2. Ataraxia. Ataraxia is a state of serene calmness and freedom from worry, central to Epicurean philosophy. Epicureans believed that true happiness came from the absence of physical pain and mental distress. By simplifying your desires and focusing on what truly brings joy, like meaningful relationships and intellectual pursuits, you can achieve a state of inner peace where external situations don't disturb you. Example, consider someone who chooses to live a minimalist lifestyle, focusing on close friendships and personal growth rather than material wealth. When faced with financial uncertainty, they remain unbothered because their happiness doesn't depend on external wealth but on the simple pleasures of life that are within their control. 3. Memento mori. Memento mori is the Stoic practice of remembering the inevitability of death. This principle encourages us to live fully and focus on what truly matters, as life is fleeting. By keeping our mortality in mind, we can let go of trivial concerns and focus on living authentically, free from the fear of judgment or failure. Example, if you're stressed about a presentation at work, remembering memento mori can put things in perspective. You realize that in the grand scheme of life, this presentation is just a small blip, and the fear of failure loses its grip on you. You go into the presentation focused on the experience itself rather than the outcome because you've embraced the reality that life is short and there's no time to waste on unnecessary worries. 4. Negative visualization. Negative visualization is the Stoic practice of imagining the worst-case scenario in any situation. By confronting the possibility of failure or loss, we can reduce its impact on our emotions. This practice helps us prepare for adversity, making us more resilient and less likely to be shaken by unexpected challenges. Example, before a big exam, instead of obsessing over the pressure to succeed, you visualize the possibility of failing. By mentally preparing for this scenario, you find that the fear of failure diminishes. You approach the exam with a calm mindset, knowing that even if the worst happens, you can handle it and move forward. 5. The power of indifference. The Stoics believed in practicing indifference, or apatheia, toward things that don't contribute to our virtue or well-being. This doesn't mean being emotionless, but rather, choosing not to be emotionally swayed by things that don't truly matter. By focusing on what's within our control and indifferent to what isn't, we protect our inner peace. Example, suppose a colleague makes a snide remark about your work. Instead of reacting emotionally, you practice indifference. You recognize that their opinion has no bearing on your self-worth or your ability to do your job well. By choosing not to engage, you maintain your focus and composure, unaffected by their negativity. 6. The absurd. Absurdism, popularized by Albert Camus, teaches that life is inherently meaningless, but that doesn't mean we should despair. Instead, we should embrace the absurdity of life and find joy in the struggle itself. By accepting that life doesn't have to make sense, we can let go of the need for everything to fit neatly into our expectations and live more freely. Example, When faced with a frustrating bureaucratic process, like dealing with endless paperwork, you could become angry and stressed. However, by embracing the absurdity of the situation, you find humor in it instead. You approach the task with a lighthearted attitude, understanding that some things in life are just ridiculous and that's okay. This mindset allows you to move through the situation without letting it affect your mood. 7. Existential freedom. Existentialism emphasizes the freedom of the individual to create meaning in an indifferent universe. Since the universe doesn't inherently give a damn about us, we have the freedom to decide what matters to us. This liberates us from societal pressures and expectations, allowing us to live authentically according to our own values. Example, if you're feeling pressure to conform to a particular lifestyle, like following a traditional career path, you might feel trapped. Existential freedom, however, empowers you to reject these expectations and choose what truly matters to you. You decide to pursue a career that aligns with your passion, even if it's unconventional. By doing so, you live a life that's true to yourself, unfazed by external judgments. 8. Non-attachment. Non-attachment is a core principle in Buddhism that involves letting go of the desire to cling to things, people, or outcomes. By practicing non-attachment, we reduce the emotional turmoil that comes from trying to control or hold on to things that are inherently impermanent. This detachment allows us to experience life with a sense of calm and equanimity. Example, if you're in a relationship, practicing non-attachment doesn't mean you don't care, it means you don't cling to the relationship out of fear of losing it. You appreciate and love your partner fully but understand that everything is temporary. This mindset allows you to enjoy the relationship without anxiety, knowing that you'll be okay no matter what happens. 9. The middle finger mentality. The Cynics were known for their disdain for social conventions and materialism, advocating for a life of virtue and simplicity. They believed in rejecting societal norms that don't align with one's true nature or values, essentially giving a philosophical middle finger to anything that doesn't serve a higher purpose. Example, when you're pressured to buy into the latest trends or expensive lifestyle to fit in, the cynic in you says, "Who cares?" You reject the need to impress others and instead live according to your own principles, valuing simplicity and authenticity over material possessions. You no longer give a damn about keeping up with societal expectations, choosing to live in a way that's true to yourself. 10. The virtue of self-respect. Confucianism emphasizes the importance of self-respect and living according to one's principles. When you truly respect yourself and your values, you're less likely to be swayed by others' opinions or external situations. Self-respect forms the foundation for a life lived with integrity and inner strength. Example, if you're being pressured to compromise your values for a quick gain, your self-respect prevents you from giving in. You recognize that your integrity is more important than any temporary benefit, and you walk away without a second thought, unaffected by the situation. Your strong sense of self-respect keeps you grounded, ensuring that external pressures don't dictate your actions. Imagine living in a world where nothing external can mess with your peace of mind, where you're in control, not the chaos around you. These 10 philosophical principles aren't just about indifference, they're about empowerment. By embracing these ideas, you're not just learning how to let go of what doesn't matter, you're reclaiming your time, your energy, and your mental freedom. Remember, life's too short to sweat the small stuff, or even the big stuff that doesn't align with your core values. So, what's next? Take these principles, start applying them in your daily life, and watch as you become unshakable. If you found value in this, don't keep it to yourself, like, share, and subscribe for more life-changing insights. Drop a comment below on which principle resonates with you the most, and how you plan to use it to keep your cool in a crazy world. Stay strong, stay grounded, and keep living life on your own terms, because you've got better things to care about.